Live look this evening at Capitol Hill, where lawmakers right now still struggling to come up with an agreement to avoid a government shutdown. They have until the end of the day Saturday to pass a spending bill and avert a shutdown.
And unless Congress acts quickly, hundreds of thousands of service members and civilians might not see their next paychecks. News for Jack's consumer investigative reporter Tiffany Salome spoke with a local woman who is concerned about her family's finances. Tiffany.
Well, if this shutdown lasts as long as the last one did, which was 35 days, that could mean missed rent and mortgage payments and even families struggling to afford groceries. The U.S. government will shut down at 12:01 a.m. Sunday if Congress can't agree to extend funding. It's a reality that could spell trouble for military families in Jacksonville.
Daycare don't care that we're not getting paid. We still have to pay that when it's due. Bills don't care that we're not getting paid. We still have to pay it when it's due, or it affects our credit.
This military spouse doesn't want to be identified out of fear for her husband's job at Naval Station Mayport. But she has some major questions for politicians in Washington.
Your disagreement is affecting more than just you guys. It's affecting a whole community of people who are fighting for your country every day.
With 3 kids, she says the only reason they'll be okay financially is because of her income. To make things worse, they're also trying to save for a down payment on their first home.
Savings can only go so far, and with us trying to buy a house right now, it is really scary.
The nonprofit Blue Star Family says 1 in 3 military families have less than $3,000 in their savings. Dr. Tucker Omberg at Jacksonville University points to that fact to emphasize the financial impacts a shutdown would have on Jacksonville's federal workforce.
The biggest group of people in Jacksonville that fall into that category would be military. The Naval Air Station's the largest employer in Jacksonville, and so there are a lot of people that would have to report to work but not be paid.
Dr. Omberg says a shutdown looks increasingly likely as far-right House members have rejected any solution so far proposed.
Unfortunately, politics comes at the expense of the welfare of a lot of ordinary people.
If a shutdown happens, the first missed payment for federal workers and service members would be October 13th. But all government employees should get pay once the shutdown ends. I'll explain more on that coming up at 6. Live on the South Bank, Tiffany Salome, Channel 4, the local station.